Welcome back to my backyard snack yard. It's a beautiful sunny day here, and I just thought we'd have a quick look at what's going on in the little tiny courtyard we've got here. Right in this little corner here we have a gummy berry. It's a potted one, and you can see it's put on lots and lots of beautiful new foliage. He has been evergreen all winter, but I don't see any signs of berries or flower buds yet. So this year may not be the year. But right next to him we have my mislabeled Granny Smith apple tree, which is actually a Golden Delicious. He fruited 2 years ago now, and then last year we didn't get any fruit, but this year he is full of beautiful little flower buds. He was meant to be a dwarf Granny Smith, so I'm hoping he's a dwarf Golden Delicious. Either way, I'm keeping him quite small, and he's in a container, so he's doing really well. As you can see, there's some wild garlic that has self-seeded. It is actually self-seeded everywhere because I keep some wild garlic here. Here I have my really lovely English tea rose. There aren't any flower buds yet, but he's just starting to leaf out. They're all waking up now. Here we have a little walnut tree that we grew from seed. It's actually from a nut, of course. There are some enormous walnut trees on the school grounds, my children's school, and every autumn they collect a few of them, and this is one of them from a few years ago. He is waking up as well. At some point I would love to find a spot for him in the garden, but I know how enormous they get, so I don't know. At the moment he's in a tall, slender container, and he's doing okay. He's got a big pot full of wild garlic right next to it, mixed in with some oregano. They should be in bloom very soon. There's some lovely little flower buds down there, which I'm hoping to collect a bunch of and pickle them because they taste so good. This corner, it's a more shaded spot at the moment. We have some blue poppies. I have taken them outside now because they were not liking being indoors. They like to be in shade, or at least part semi-shade, I think, and the sun was just too strong in the house, so hopefully they'll do better out here. They haven't really grown much since I got them. Let's see, when I got them, it was, yeah, almost, well, it's over a month ago now. Well, hopefully they'll do better soon. Start picking up a bit. Here is my potted wisteria. There are some little flower buds on him, but this one tends to flower so much later than my neighbor's one because of his position. He's really in a very shaded spot. And here we have my Brunswick fig tree. He's got some big brevas on him. I am considering putting him into the ground, but I don't really have a very sunny spot for him. So at the moment he is also in a container. He does have quite a few. Oh, and here is a replacement dwarf Victoria plum tree. He's looking really beautiful, but there aren't any flowers yet, and I wouldn't expect that for the first few years. I think my other Victoria plum tree, which this one is replacing, took about 4 years to start fruiting, so this one might take a while. Plums tend to be quite slow, I find. Oh, look down here is my special tea camellia. He's not looking that happy. I think we need to clean him up a little bit, but he's starting to put out some new little leaves, and they're the ones that you pick for tea at some point when he puts out a few more. I have a few rather sad looking Chilean Guavas. These are my flambeaux, and they are starting to perk up and put out some new foliage. I think these, oh, that pink stuff, I think these ones have slightly, they dried up or did something during the winter. I don't like cold, drying winds. There's new foliage on. It's always such pretty, the new foliage, but they are looking really, really sad. So I don't know exactly what I need to do. I know they need to be kept more moist than they have been, because the other ones I have here in this area are super happy. This is my big bellaberry. He's my biggest one, and he's always full of flowers and fruits. This winter has not been that cold, so I have covered them a few times when it has been down to 1 or 2. I think it went down to -3 degrees Celsius. But other than that, they've been uncovered. And this guy, he gets some kind of, don't know if it's like mites or something on him. He does get that. He does tend to get that in the winter, and then it goes away in the summer. So hopefully it'll clear up soon. I don't like to spray them, but I don't even know what it is he has. Something there on the back of his leaves, a bit annoying. This is also an interesting one. This is a Fuchsia boliviana. I grew them from seed, and I had so many of them I couldn't keep them all inside to overwinter because they're very frost sensitive. So I left this one outside. I have a few I brought inside, others I gave away. And as you can see, I mean, I've had to keep them up, covered up every time it was cold, or sort of, you know, below zero, around zero, thereabouts. And he's done really well, I think. Are those flower buds over there? Possibly. Yeah, it's a sunny spot he's in now. He's nicely up against a white wall. It's reflective light and everything that reflects the sunlight, which is always good. But yeah, he is looking good. He has survived winter outside in a very sheltered spot. But yeah, he's doing well. Some of the leaves have died off, but there's new ones coming, so that's a positive. Here we have another little fig, also potted and not with any figs on. He is supposed to be a stripy one, so I would like to see some figs on him at some point. Here we have my French one, my favorite, that I took as a little cutting from my sister's garden a few years ago now, and he is full of brevas. They're all getting really big. They have really started to fatten up now. They obviously think spring is here. So he's also in a nice sunny spot. And I think I need to feed him again soon. I'm trying to give him some tomato feed and everything too. And this guy is my beautiful kapow Chilean guava, which really was almost dead last year. He had been stepped on by the builders. We had some builders here, and he had also really suffered by being in the ground and being in a sort of place that wasn't too protected. As I said, they don't like cold, drying winds. But he is looking absolutely stunning now. He's obviously loving this spot, and he's got so much new sort of buttery yellow foliage there. Well, he's looking so happy. He's really filled out his pot as well. So that's really promising. And then the thing I really wanted to show you is my strawberry grapevine. This is another one that I tasted in the south of France for the first time. And the grapes themselves tasted so much of strawberry, but just with a real sweetness as well. And they smelled of strawberries too. So when you come out here in the summer, and there are some grapes on the vine, and there are Chilean guavas on the plants, you just get hit by this huge strawberry scent. It is so amazing. That's a beautiful bud break here. They start off really quite pink. So very pretty. The first year we had, I think, one cluster of grapes. It was not a lot. And then last year something happened. I think we had a late frost, and I did try covering them up, but then all the little flowers that come up first, they all shriveled up and dropped off, and it was really sad. So I'm hoping for better things this year. I have done lots of pruning of it, because you need to really prune them. You can prune them really harshly, and I didn't do as harshly as I could have done. It's only a small plant because I don't have much space, but it's exciting. So lovely. And one last thing I can show you as well are some of these guys here. The Cape gooseberries, or physalis. They have been out here too, unprotected, unless we had cold, and then I did put a sort of fleece on them. And they're already starting to push out flowers and fruit. They actually did so all winter, to be fair. They just keep going. So that one's doing well. It's a really small one in a small pot, and I will be potting him on soon, very soon. So there's a lot crammed into this very small courtyard. It has walls on 3 sides, so it really does give a lot of protection from cold winds and cold in general. It has like a little microclimate here, which is so lovely. But I also use it to dry my laundry, so I have to find some space for that really soon. Now the weather has changed, we can start hanging laundry outside again, and that of course means that it whacks into all the plants. So it's about making enough space for everything. But it's such a wonderful, exciting time, and every day things just keep opening up and everything's waking up, and it's just so much fun to spend some time out here. Just really a happy time of year and a very hopeful one, where we can still hope not to get hit by a late frost. So thank you for joining me today. Hope you found this interesting, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Hopefully I'll have many more things to show you as everything continues to wake up and decide on whether or not to flower this year and produce some fruit. Fingers crossed, we'll have lots and lots of fruit this year. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.